out, the view is wonderful.
Wait a minute. I'm still down from the back.
God.
I beg your pardon?
You look wonderful.
Thank you, darling.
Like a beautiful advertisement for something.
With nothing peculiar, I hope.
I can hardly believe it. Here we are, you and I, alone, together, married.
That stuff's awful rough.
Don't you like it?
Really? It's a bit hearty, isn't it?
Do you love me?
Of course, that's why I'm here.
More than you love me?
Now then,
No.
none of that.
But do you love me more than you loved Elliot?
I don't remember. It's such a long time ago.
Not so very long.
All my life ago.
Like to break his damn neck.
Why?
For making you unhappy.
It was mutual.
Oh, rubbish! It was all his fault. You know it was.
Yes, it was. Now I come to think of it.
Swine.
Oh, don't be so vehement, darling.
I'll never treat you like that.
That's right.
I love you too much for that.
So did he.
A fine sort of love that was. He struck you once, didn't he?
More than once.
Where?
Several places.
What a cad.
I struck him too. One time, I broke 4 gramophone records over his head, which was very satisfying.
You must have been driven to distraction.
Yes, I was. But let's not talk about it, please. After all, it is a dreary subject for our honeymoon night.
He didn't know when he was well off.
Do stop harping on Elliot. Oh, look at the light of that yacht reflected in the water. I wonder whose it is.
We must go swimming tomorrow.
Yes, I want to get a nice sunburn.
Oh, Mandy.
What? What's the matter?
I hate sunburnt women.
Why?
It's somehow unsuitable.
Well, it's awfully suitable to me, darling.
Well, of course, if you really want to.
I'm absolutely determined. I've got masses of lovely oil to rub all over myself.
Your skin is so beautiful as it is.
Just wait and see. When I'm done a nice crisp brown, you shall fall in love with me all over again.
I couldn't love you more than I do now.
Oh dear. I did so hope our honeymoon was going to be progressive.
Where did you spend the last one?
Victor!
I want to know.
San Moritz. It was very attractive.
I hate Sam Moritz.
So do I.
Did he start quarreling with you right away?
After the first few days, I put it down to the high altitudes.
And you loved him?
Yes, Victor.
You poor child.
You must try not to be pompous, dear.
Mandy!
I don't feel a bit like what you think I am.
How do you mean?
I was never a poor child.
It's figure of speech, dear, that's all.
Well, I suffered a good deal, and I had my heart broken. But it wasn't an innocent, girlish heart. It was jagged with sophistication. I've always been sophisticated, far too knowing. That caused many of the rows with Elliot. I irritated him because he knew I could see through him.
I don't mind how you see through me.
Sweet.
I'm going to make you very happy.
I...
Simply by looking after you and seeing that you're all right, you know?
No, I don't know.
I think you love me quite differently from the way you loved Elliot.
Oh, do stop talking about Elliot.
It's true, though, isn't it?
Wait, I love him much more calmly, if that's what you mean.
More lastingly.
I expect so.
Do you remember when I first met you?
Yes, distinctly.
At Marion Vale's party.
Yes.
Wasn't it wonderful?
No, not really, dear. It was only redeemed from the completely commonplace by the fact of my having the hiccups.
I never noticed.
Love at first sight.
Where did you first meet Elliot?
Oh, do stop talking about Elliot.
None.
I'm sick of the sound of it. Here we are on our honeymoon night, with the moon shining and the music playing, and all you can do is talk about my first husband. Well, it's downright sacrilegious.
Don't be angry.
Well, it's very annoying.
Will you forgive me?
Yes. Don't do it again.
I promise.
You really must get dressed now. You haven't bathed yet.
Where shall we dine? Downstairs here or at the casino?
Oh, the casino is much more fun, I think.
Or we can play pool afterwards.
Oh, no, you can't, dear.
Don't you like dear old pool?
No, I hate dear old boo. We'll play a nice game of Chemin de Fer instead.
Oh, not at the big table.
Oh, maybe at the biggest table.
You're not a terrible gambler, are you?
Oh, inveterate. Chance rules my life.
What nonsense!
How can you say it's nonsense? It was chance meeting you. It was chance falling in love. It was chance that we're here. Particularly after you were driving. Everything that happens is chance.
I feel rather scared of you at close quarters now.
That promises to be very embarrassing.
You're different somehow. Wilder than I thought you were. More strained.
Wilder? Oh, Victor, I never felt less wild in all my life. More strained, perhaps, I grant you. But that's the newly married atmosphere. You can't expect anything else. Honeymooning is a very overrated amusement.
You say that because of the ghastly experience you had before.
Well, there you go again.
But I couldn't fail to embitter you a little.
Well, it wasn't the honeymoon that was so ghastly, really. It was afterwards that was so awful.
I intend to make you forget it all entirely.
Well, you won't succeed by making constant references to it.
I wish I knew you better.
Well, it's just as well you don't. The woman in italics should always retain a certain amount of alluring feminine mystery for the man, also in italics.
And what about the man? Isn't he allowed any mystery at all?
None whatsoever. Transparent as glass.
I see.
Don't worry, darling, it doesn't always work out that way. It's only supposed to.
I'm glad I'm normal.
Well, what an odd thing to be glad about. Why?
Well, aren't you?
Well, I'm not so sure I'm normal.
Of course you are, dear. Sweetly, divinely normal.
Well, I don't have any peculiar cravings for Chinamen or old boots, if that's what you mean.
Mandy!
Well, I think very few people are completely normal, really, deep down in their private lives. I think it depends on a combination of circumstances. If all the various cosmic thingamies fuse together and the right spark is struck, well, there's no knowing what one mightn't do. That was the trouble with Elliot and me. We were like two violent acids, bubbling about in some nasty little matrimonial bottle.
I don't think you're nearly as complex as you think you are.
Well, I don't think I'm particularly complex, but I know I'm unreliable.
You're frightening me horribly. In what way unreliable?
Well, I'm so apt to see things the wrong way round.
What sort of things?
With morals. What one should do and what one shouldn't.
Darling, you're so sweet.
You really must have your bath now. Come along.
Kiss me.
There, dear. Hurry along now. I only need to slip my dress on and then I shall be ready.
Give me 10 minutes.
Go